I don't actually have the book here, because if I did, then I'd probably owe the library a lot of money, because, yeah. But I have the second book and the third book, which is almost as good. I haven't actually read these yet. I've read about 20 pages of the second book. I'll put the cover of the first book on screen now, if I can work my editing magic, so ta-da! Alright, so I'm going to start with a summary. This may contain traces of eggs, nuts and spoilers, so if you're allergic, please skip a few minutes ahead in the video. So basically, it's about the 7 teenagers who live in a small country town in, I think it's Australia, I'm pretty sure, and they're Allie, Lee and Fee from Where Are We, Homer, Robin, or Rachel. Is it Robin or Rachel? Hang on. It's Robin. So they basically go on a camping trip to a place called Hell, which is an inaccessible place that not many people go to. There's rumour that a hermit lived there, but apart from that I don't know anyone who's been there, and it's a bit of a like hard to get to, 4-wheel drive, crawling through bushes kind of place. So yeah, so they go on a camping trip. It's actually really lovely in Hell. There's trees and a nice river, and they set up a wonderful camp. Then they get back home, and there's no one at their houses, and the town seems to be overrun by soldiers. So war has obviously broken out, which I didn't expect. I didn't see that coming, which probably tells me that I need to pay more attention to the title of books. Oh well. So yeah, so the war sort of is what their story is based around, so it's survival. So they return to Hell and they make trips to and from their town and Hell, and they make some daring maneuvers like blowing up lawn mowers and petrol tanks. In hindsight, there's a lot of blowing up things in this book. Oh well, maybe that. Action, yay! Yeah, it's basically their survival in their new environment and how they're coping with it. So, characters. This book, I think one of the best things about it is its massive character development. So, a good example is Homer, who's basically this kid, well, teenager, who mucks around and has no emotions and is just some guy who does stupid stuff. Then he turns into the leader of the group and actually becomes a very important character in their survival and in their general life, like keeping everyone's spirits up and making everything happy, even though there's lots of death and other gruesome things. There's a few other characters who have a lot of character development. Most of the characters, actually. You get to see different layers to them. Some books have, like, characters who are just, oh yeah, I'm a basketballer and I'm amazing, and I turn into a even better basketballer by the end of the book. But, these characters have different sides to them, different, like, layers. And I think that's really interesting. It makes really good books when that happens. So the plot. I originally borrowed this book to read on the school holidays, so I borrowed it on the Friday before, like a week before school finished, and I got home and sat down and read it and finished it, and I looked up and it was 11 o'clock and I was supposed to be in bed. So that tells you a bit about how good this book is. Yeah, so the plot was good enough to keep me reading it and forget I was actually reading and I was suddenly a character in this book. And I really like books that do that, actually, that transport you and you kind of forget until your mum comes in and starts yelling at you to go to sleep because it's well past your bedtime. Have a bedtime, shh. And yeah, so that tells you a bit about this plot, how good it was, how clever it was to keep me reading it. It explores lots of different themes, again, with lots of layers and different parts to the story and the characters. and how the story like escalates as the invaders become more confident and they start capturing more people, and yeah, it's a really clever plot, and I like that about this book. Rating, I think I give it 4.5 stars out of 5. The reason for that is it's definitely more than 4 stars, and I never give anything 5 stars because I'm waiting for a 5-star book to whack me over the head and for me to fall in love with it and it'd be amazing, but that may not happen. So yeah, 4.5 stars ish. It's definitely worth reading. Definitely read it. Go read it. What are you doing? Turn off the thing and go read. Be gone. Anyway, yes. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this quick